I'm fluent in Spanish, and ever since day one, I've been learning the Spanish spoken in Puerto Rico. So if this is something that interests you, the Puerto Rican dialect, and you are curious to learn more, to hear everything that I've learned, please keep watching. One of the biggest things that happened to me since learning Puerto Rican Spanish was me learning more about the history of Puerto Rico and learning about the culture, learning everything about the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. And I am so glad that I did, because I did learn a lot. I learned everything from, again, the culture, the Tainos. I learned about different foods. I even had a chance to travel to Puerto Rico. And let me tell you, that was one of my favorite trips ever. And I ate really good food. Like, one thing about me, y'all, I love trying new foods, and I love going to new places and trying new foods, especially like whenever I'm traveling. So just the fact that I was able to do that and learn more about the food, try everything, like I was living so good, okay? I'm so happy I was able to experience that and see different places and talk to a lot of different people. People are so kind in Puerto Rico, and I am so happy that I went. I can't stress that enough. I learned about cities from Carolina all the way to like Cabo Rojo, Aguadilla, Ponce, all the way back over there to like Luquillo. And I learned so much about the geography, and I love expanding my mind. I love learning new things, and especially when it comes to different cultures and different places, I love learning new things like that. So just having that bank of information in my head, that is one of the biggest things that happened to me since learning Spanish and learning Puerto Rican Spanish, is that I was able to study more about Puerto Rico, the history, the things the USA did to Puerto Rico. It's good to be in the know about that. Whenever you go to Puerto Rico, I learned things that you can do to respect the island, to respect people that are living there and are visiting there as well. And I think that's also a beautiful thing to learn, and it's very, very important, I think, to any country or any place that you travel to. I learned about different artists, different music, all the way from like Bad Bunny, Eladio Carrion. There's so many artists that I learned about from studying Puerto Rican Spanish that I'm so happy that I was able to discover, that I was able to listen to their music too. We are so privileged to learn about history and different cultures the way we can, even different languages too. Right now in present day, we have so much access to so much information. Another thing that happened to me with learning Puerto Rican Spanish was judgment that came along with it. And I want to be completely honest with you guys, and I don't want to sugarcoat anything. When I was learning Spanish, when I was learning from the beginning, there was quite a few people that had something to say with the fact that I was learning Spanish from Puerto Rico. This criticism really came from people from different countries, and I was straight up told that I was not speaking correct Spanish, that I was not speaking proper Spanish, that I needed to learn a different way. And this criticism and that criticism, it was kind of crazy. And it made me sit and think that, wow, people cannot write off a whole dialect. And I really didn't like the discrimination of this type of Spanish. And that's the only word that can come to my mind right now, is like judgment and like discrimination. Because I try to think about it in the English side of things, right? I would never go to New York, or I would never go to a different state or something, and if I talk different from that person, they have a different dialect, they cut off words, maybe they have different slang, whatever have you, I would not tell that person that they spoke incorrect English. They just speak it different, and that's okay. That's what makes language so beautiful. That's what keeps things interesting too. And I thought to myself, I can't believe there are people out there that would write off an entire dialect just because it sounds different from them, and just because they use different words. And that goes for every single country. And I noticed the double standards. I didn't like that. I did not like that at all, because again, I wouldn't do it in English. They do speak proper Spanish, they do speak Spanish, and it really made me want to advocate for Puerto Rico more. And the fact that if I ever like heard that at all in the future, I would call it out and try to like educate and just kind of say what I think about it. And I think that it's a beautiful dialect, and there's nothing wrong with it. I did not like the double standards, and I also really didn't appreciate that people would listen to so much of the music that came from Puerto Rico, the artists that came from Puerto Rico, and then you have some people criticizing the very own accent. But I did not pay that any mind. As I said, I learned it even more. It made me want to learn more and go harder. And you know what's really funny, actually? I was scrolling on TikTok one day and a video came up from Spain, and I think it was like a vlog or something from the Canary Islands, and I don't know if the person that was recording was like in a store or something. And when that person talked, they sounded so similar to the Puerto Rican accent. It was actually insane. So I just thought that was really interesting too, that there's a lot of similarities between the Puerto Rican accent, and please correct me if I'm wrong if that is the incorrect location, but I think it was like the Canary Islands in Spain. I thought that was really interesting, but that's another thing that happened. So those were a few things that happened to me since learning Puerto Rican Spanish. I hope that this video was helpful for you if you are interested in learning Puerto Rican Spanish or just Spanish in general. I'm so grateful that I was able to learn more about Puerto Rico and about Puerto Rican Spanish and everything. So if you guys love this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, I'll see you in the next one.